We use the phrase magnet cities to describe a particular phenomenon. It's a city that literally draws people, businesses, tourists in. They have a very strong magnetic force. Other cities around the world that are suffering a little bit almost have the opposite of that. They begin to repel people. They lose residents, they lose businesses, and they lose tax receipts. Unemployment is still higher, property prices are still lower, and there are fewer jobs available. At KPMG, we have been very intrigued by this and feel very passionately about helping these cities. So we went out to find cities around the world that have managed to put magnetism back and as a result of that, grow their economies. When we initiated the research, we thought we probably would come across a few interesting examples of governments doing clever things with business. What we didn't expect is every single one of these cities actually went through almost the same identical process. And this was despite the fact that these were cities all across the world and they weren't in contact with each other. The first thing they did is they focused very much on the physical renewal of the city. So how the city looks, how the city flows, how people use the cities. The second element they look at is the quality of life, so making sure that there are interesting and fascinating things for people to do. And the third thing they then do is to look at the commercial aspects of the city, so to make sure that their city is a good place for the businesses that are currently in the city and for businesses that may be attracted to the idea of moving into the city in the future. And by thinking about things in this sequence, so resident first, physical, and then quality of life, and then commercial, we found that these cities had completely flipped the sequence around. Whereas in the past, cities often thought about the commercial aspects of the city first. What's extremely interesting is you can end up with double-digit rates of economic growth. The reason that we're so excited about this research is we think a lot of the ideas and the principles, but most importantly the mindset, can be applied to cities around the world. We can work with cities and help them to reinvent themselves in a way that is consistent with the past, but brings them to a completely new future, which will open doors for their residents, open doors for their businesses, and lead to good, sustainable economic growth.